Pilots of the internet, I have another awesome paper airplane for you today. This is the X-15 RedTail designed by Evan Brus, who does have his own YouTube channel. So if you enjoy this paper airplane, be sure to head over there and check out Square Force Planes and maybe give him a new subscriber. There's of course a link in the description below to that. I should also mention that Foldable Flight has a TikTok now, and I am posting TikTok exclusive content. I just posted my aerobatics performance for the Red Bull Paper Wings competition over there, and there will be more content coming as well. So again, if you would give me a follow, there is a link in the description below to that as well. And with that, let's get into the video. Now, as you can see, the X-15 RedTail has an extremely unique shape to it. I love the fuselage and the tail, but it is, of course, those nacelles at the edge of the wings that just stand out. It looks so cool. Now, you might think that those create too much drag so that the plane wouldn't fly, but this plane actually does fly, and it flies well. So let's see it perform, and then Evan will teach you how to fold it.
Alright, here's how to fold the X-15 RedTail space plane. We're going to start by folding our paper in half, so whatever side of the paper you want to be on top, just flip that over and then begin folding directly in half right down the center line. If you've had the opportunity to fold the F11D, one of my previous designs that was featured on Foldable Flight, you will notice some similarity with these folds. So it ends up looking fairly different, but if you can fold that plane, you'll be able to fold the X-15 no problem. Next, we're going to fold some corners into our center crease here. Like so. And then we're going to repeat that by folding in again. So we get that typical start to your paper airplane here, where you're folding this arrow shape. That's looking pretty good there. Okay, now we're going to fold the tip right here all the way down so it touches right where this paper joins. And this gets a little thick sometimes with the different paper layers, so I usually just roll it over a little bit and then match that and crease nice and firmly there. Okay, then I open it back up and fold in half right down that middle crease from the first step. Now you'll see a little line right here. That is going to be our reference point. We're going to fold up from this point and right along the back there, just matching this edge right with that corner. We're going to fold it up and right along the back edge there. You can use the edge as a reference to make sure it's nice and straight. We're going to fold it over and do exactly the same on the other side, right from that crease point, and then the back edge. Okay, that's looking good there. Now we need to do our nose of the airplane. So we take this right here and open it just slightly along that central crease and just push it straight down right through the middle. And then we're going to crease that down right about there. I always like to make this angle right here between these two close to about a 90-degree angle. That tends to look pretty good with the geometry of this airplane. So just pull that a little further back and crease that down just like that. Okay, the nose of our airplane is looking great. We're going to open it back up now. And these flaps, we need to get just a little folding over right there so it goes along that crease. Just fold it over so it touches right there. Do the exact same on this side. This is just going to get some layers out of the way for the next step. And we're going to fold it back up here, just like that. And now unfold one of these wings and take this section of paper and fold it over from your corner right here all the way down so it intersects where this fold is right at the bottom here. So a good way to do this is to leave this wing folded up so you can use it as reference. Let me fold that over and all the way down to the back, just where those wings join the body. Crease that down there, and then we're gonna open it up and fold it straight down through the middle, reversing that crease so it folds down the midpoint of the paper right there. Okay, so if you've done that, you should be able to fold those wings back up and have it look a little bit like this, where we're having the front of the plane and then we've got this little bit sticking out at the bottom. We get rid of that just like we did in the previous step. We fold it up along the body of the airplane and then open that up and reverse it right through the middle. So once that is standing through the middle, you'll see it just looks like a little tail peeking out the back. Okay, almost done with this plane here. We just got to get the wingtip nacelles on here. We fold the wings down, and we're going to look right for where this triangle intercepts right there with the back edge of the wing. So it's not going to fold all the way down and touch the edge of the paper here where this corner is. It's going to stop a little short. That is just fine. Increase that down. And then we're going to open the wing up and fold back right along that same edge. So this edge right here, that's our reference. We're going to fold it back right so that edge is just visible there. We're going to do the same on the other side of the paper here. We're going to fold straight down just along the back edge of the wing, using that triangle point there where that intersects as a reference. Crease that down, then fold the wing down and bring that back up using the edge of your previous fold right there to make sure that size is correct. Then we pull that open, you see these two triangles, this one and this one. Okay, now we're actually going to reverse just the bottom layer of paper, pulling that out. So now we have our paper falling open here, and you can see if we look from the back, we can make it roughly square. You want a three-dimensional pocket there. Okay. Then we need to get rid of this triangle, so I just fold that up right along the edge of the wing, just like so. Reverse it so it falls inside that three-dimensional pocket that we just made. Okay, now we're going to make that same fold here on the other side. We're going to fold this little triangle back up just along the edge of the wing there and reverse it so it falls inside. And then we're just going to open up just this bottom fold here so these layers fall apart a little bit and form that three-dimensional pocket shape. Just like that. All right, we just need to lock the nose together here. If you folded the F11D, you know just how that'll go. So what we do here is we fold it up right along the bottom edge there, and we use that crease to squash it down. We're going to do a squash just like so. If you look at the top of the airplane, we have a little diamond shape that comes out from the bottom, just like that. Then we're going to take these layers, open them up, separate those out just a little bit, and then fold down. So they fall open, and now they form, once we crease them down, form another hexagon here. We fold that up right along the body of the airplane, like so, and then we just fold the edges down. So this edge right here is roughly parallel to the bottom edge. Just like that. And do the same on the other side. There you go. Now that you have that shape all completed, all you have to do is tuck this flap inside the airplane like so, and tuck it in on the other side. And then you just pull outwards a little on this flap that hangs down, and you have a nice place to grab your airplane and throw it there. And now, as I said, we're going to make these wings roughly horizontal. Open them up, make those back nacelles roughly 90 degrees, a square shape. And there you go. And I've noticed if I make this out of a larger sheet of paper, sometimes it tends to fall open a little too much and it gets a little too wide. And if that's happening to you, you'll know because the airplane is going to climb sharply when you throw it, and then it's going to stall and nosedive. If that's happening to you and you need to close it up a little bit so it's a little sleeker, a little more streamlined, the way to do that is just to open this up and find this fold right here in the middle. This part that is sort of that accordion shape in the middle here. We just want to fold that over ever so slightly. It's going to be a little hard to see here, but if I hold my layers open, we just fold it over just a bit. So it binds those layers together a little bit better and doesn't let it fall open quite as much. So now you'll see if I open my plane up here, it is going to be held together a little bit more than it would be without that fold. So depending on how yours is flying, if you want to adjust it that way, that might help you get some more speed and distance out of this model, especially if you folded it out of a large square sheet of paper.